Hello everybody, my name is Mark. Welcome to another one of my investing videos. And in this video I am going to talk about real quickly what is the best kind of investing strategy for your money for the up and coming year of 2019. And you can see here I did a little bit of digging. This here is a list of the top hedge fund managers, top 25 according to this TipRanks website, and it's out of 202 hedge funds, and this is their 3-year performance. Okay, and so this, if we go down, these are all 25 of the list of top hedge fund managers on this list. So if we click on the top guy and click his profile like that, and here you can see that he had a very good return over the last 3 years. But if we look at last year, the last 12 months, 2018, he only had a 5.64% return. And if we move on to the number 2 guy real quick, click on his profile, we'll see something very similar. Did very well over 3 years, but over the last 12 months, 6.6% return. And I've looked at several of these, and there are some of these guys, like this guy, the number 7 guy. His name is David Blood. I've never heard of any of these guys, but again, 20% over 3 years is pretty good. But if you look at his last 12 months, he lost money. He took a 7.21% hit. And I did find a video on YouTube. This is CNBC, and this here is a hedge fund that in the last year, 2018, you can see they made a 51.52% return. It's O'Day European Performance. I've never heard of them. I don't know anything about them, but that's very good. But you also see the year before, 2017, they lost 21.72%. So it seems kind of like a crapshoot to give your money to a hedge fund like this. You don't know if you're going to knock it out of the park or if you're going to get struck out. And so going back to this list here, the top hedge funds, where's my little list? Here we go. Okay, and let's backspace it back. So if I was to go through each one of these 25 hedge funds, then you would see something very similar. And the bottom line is last year was a very tough year, 2018. In 2019, I hate to say it's not going to be much different. I mean, for starters, we're already starting off the year with a bang with this whole government shutdown over this border wall. It's already the longest shutdown in history, and who knows what that's going to do to the market. And then there's the divorce of Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, and so I guess his 16% holding in Amazon is going to turn into 8%. So the bottom line, if you want to make money in the stock market, the best way to invest your money is capital preservation. Okay, don't go into the market thinking I'm going to make 10% or 15%, or don't even think you're going to make 5%. Don't think about how much money you're going to make. Think about protecting your capital preservation. Okay, this is my capital here, my little margin account, $3,268, and that's because, let me go to my transactions and show you what I did. Where am I at? Oh, that's the wrong account. I'll get to that account in a minute. Let me go back to my margin account and let me show you what I did. So here it is. You see this green 500? That's a deposit that I'm putting in that's going to go into my Roth IRA. And if you see this internal cash transfer, I deposited $6,500, and lo and behold, I found out that the Roth IRA contribution went up $500. So for 2019, if you're over 50, and I just graduated into the land of 50-year-olds, I turned 50 last year, and so I get the nice birthday present of being able to put in $7,000 into my Roth every year. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I didn't know it before I did this. So when I deposited the money, I noticed, and let me go to my Roth IRA here real quick, and right here, this is my Roth IRA, and somewhere on here, I don't remember where it is, it tells you how much money you have left to deposit into the Roth, and it said $500. So I put in the $6,500, and this $33,000 internal transfer of cash. I opened up a new Roth IRA because I accidentally did a video exposing my number of my old Roth, so I decided to close it out, open a new one. And so when the $500 comes in here, I'm going to have $34,000, and that's the extent of my capital, right? So going back to my balances here, so in my little margin account, I have, this will be $2,768, and then in my Roth IRA, this will be $34,000. And my whole mindset is to protect my capital preservation. Now, there are two ways to do that. The first way is that if you're not comfortable investing money in the stock market, you don't know what you're doing, you feel overwhelmed or uncomfortable, then what you can do is you can, let me go ahead and look it up, you can just get out of the market and put your money in a savings account. And there's some banks out there, bank savings 2%. Here's a bank. This pays a 2.35% interest. And so there are a few banks out there that you can open a savings account, and you can get like 2.25%, 2.35% return. Okay, and that's a good thing to do if you're uncomfortable with managing your money or giving your money to a hedge fund or a mutual fund. You can just put your money in a bank, because capital preservation is the idea based on all the uncertainty. Okay, not only is the government shutdown a problem, not only do we, who knows what Amazon's going to do, if it's going to start tanking because of all this divorce, but we also have the trade wars with China, the global economy, and who knows what the Federal Reserve is going to do to the interest rates. If they keep raising the rates, I can guarantee you the market is going to drop. But then I read some news articles a few days ago that maybe they're going to stop doing that. Maybe they're going to start lowering the rates or something. So I have no idea what the market's going to do. And so if I knew that there was going to be a recession, then I'd say buy some put options or put your money in an inverse ETF on the Dow or on the SPY or in one of the major sectors, right? But or if I knew the market was going to go up, I'd say buy a stock, set up an option call or something like that, you know. But since I don't know, then the best thing to do is don't go into the market thinking I'm going to make 10% or 5% or 20%. I go into the market thinking, how do I protect the money that I have? Okay, and the first way is this way: just get out, go cash, put your money in savings until things start to make sense again. And then the second way to preserve your capital is stock options, okay? And if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what a stock option is, then do the first way. Just go cash, protect your capital, okay? Put it in a savings account. But if you do know stock options, then stock options will give you an advantage that other investors don't have, okay? This here is the SPY, the SPDR ETF. And and if you watch my videos, my favorite stock has always been Twitter. This has been my money machine. I like Twitter, and I know the patterns. I know the price action on this stock better than any stock. And let me go ahead and pull up Twitter on the chart. And you don't have to do Twitter. You can pick any stock with liquid options that you want. Okay, but if you look at Twitter, okay, their price movement to me is very cut and dry. Okay, if I go to the 6-month chart here, okay, Twitter, the way I understand it is that it ranges and then it moves, and then it ranges like this, and then it makes a move, and then it ranges and then it makes a move. And this was kind of out of character. It made a move, and then it made a move, and then it ranged a little bit, and then it made a move. So the general idea of Twitter is that it moves, it ranges, and then it moves up or down. And I don't try to predict how far up or down it's going to go. I simply try to make money in these little ranges, right, like there. And I do that by buying calls and puts. Calls and puts are contracts to buy and sell the stock at a set price. And a calls and put options, you're making a bet. If you think the stock's going to go up, you buy a call. If you think it's going to go down, you buy a put. You buy long-term calls, you buy long-term puts, and then you sell to open weekly calls and weekly puts. You can make a lot of money, and I'll just show you real quick the option chain. And unfortunately, this system is under maintenance, so I can't show you all this stuff, but take my word for it. Okay, options give you a big advantage in leverage and in the time value, and it's a good way to make money. But if you don't know that much about options, then just go cash. There's nothing in the world wrong with going cash, earning 2.25%. You're keeping pace with inflation, and then when things start to make sense again, you can get back in the game. Because for now, the way to invest your money is to preserve your capital, protect the money that you already have. Because if you go into the market and you try to make some money, you're going to struggle. Okay, you saw the results of these hedge funds managers. They're not doing that well. And these are the top dogs in the whole industry. And if they're struggling, if they're having a hard time in the last 12 months, and you got 2019 coming up, okay, how well do you think an average Joe like you and me is going to do? Right? So if you go in there with big dreams and big ideas that you're going to knock it out of the park, I hate to say it, but you're probably going to get knocked out of the park, and you're going to take some hits, right? But if you go in there and if you understand how to trade options, then that's the best thing of all. But if you don't, just go cash, put your money in a savings account until all of this volatility, all of this uncertain nonsense starts to resolve itself and things start to make sense again. Because for now, I don't know what's going to happen in the upcoming year. There's lots of wild cards. I don't know what the Federal Reserve is going to do. I don't know how the trade wars are going to play out. I don't know if we're going to get our wall or not. I don't know what's going to happen to Amazon. There are too many things that I just don't know what's going to happen. And so I'm not comfortable in saying go long or go short. The thing I'm comfortable telling everyone, protect the money that you have. And if you do that, then you can go to bed and get some sleep every night and have a little bit of peace of mind. And to me, that's what trading, investing is all about. It's about peace of mind. It's finding some freedom in your life so you're not a slave to the grind, and you can actually get out of the rat race. You can become a millionaire. You can become rich. I totally believe that you can become rich. You can become a millionaire. I'm not doing that badly. I had a very good year last year. I personally made a 16.9% return on my money. I made almost $4,000. And so I had a very good year last year. I don't know if I'm going to have a good year or not this year, but I do know that I'm not going to lose my money, because that's my thinking. That's my mindset. I'm going in there with the main idea that I'm going to protect the money that I have. So this little bit of chunk change right there and my lovely little Roth IRA here, that's going to be guarded like lock and key. I'm going to make darn sure that that doesn't get whittled down to whatever the market wants to even think they're going to take from me. Okay, because I work hard for my money, I make sacrifices, I save my money, and I put in that maximum contribution every year. That's my simple life plan. I work my 9-to-5 job, I save a little bit out of my paycheck, and I make darn sure I can max out my Roth IRA every year, so that when I retire, I'm not going to have to worry about anything. And also, I'm going to try to stay healthy and try to stay away from the bad stuff, drinking and smoking and all that, and not too many donuts or pizza, even though I love that stuff. So anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave in the comment section, and I appreciate any feedback or support in any way, shape, or form. And if you've been watching my videos, you know darn well that I respond to pretty much every single reply that I get. And so feel free to leave whatever comments or likes or support that you want. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.